Good afternoon everybody, and a very warm welcome from the Broadfield Stadium, where things are gearing up for this afternoon's Sky Bet League 2 clash between Crawley Town and Mansfield Town. Crawley of course coming into this one on the back of two great victories, a 2-1 win here against Bristol Rovers in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy a week and a half ago, and of course last Saturday away at Colchester United for their second away league win of the season. Full match commentary coming up later with Tony Vesey and myself, and Tony joins me now for this preview. Tony, I know you're in the hospitality lounge in a little bit and you're looking forward to that this afternoon, and very nice that will be too. I know you weren't there to see it. Let's just reflect on that win though at Colchester last week. Great to see Crawley take the lead in an away game and do enough to hang on and get the 3 points, because when you think of took the lead twice away at Notts County, took the lead at Forest Green, took the lead at Salford, all right, came away with the point. Good to see them take the lead though and do enough to hang on to the win.
Yeah, it's always great to pick points up away from home, particularly with wins. So I'm sure Scott will be delighted with the performance and being able to get the win. Score a couple of goals away from home and come away with 3 points. It's going to build that confidence, that momentum, along with the win against Bristol Rovers on the Tuesday night.
Yeah, that was a tremendous win. Last Saturday was good, and there was a moment, because there were a couple of pitch inspections before the game, and there was a moment when Scott spoke to me after the game where he said, I knew we were going to win, with the reaction of the Colchester boss, who wasn't really that keen on playing, and he was like, that made me doubly determined to play, and I knew at that stage, with the feeling in the camp, that we would get the 3 points.
Yeah, there's always this kind of psychological battle, and if you see any sign of kind of weakness from your opposite number, this time in this case the manager, then that fills you with a bit more confidence to go for it, and clearly it worked out for Scott.
And things in terms of the league position at the moment, Tony, aren't looking too bad. 11th in the table going into today's game, still only 1 point off of the playoffs, so it's still very, very tight. People will look from sort of 10th downwards of being out of the picture of the playoffs, but it's all still very tight, and any number of teams can still make a burst for the playoffs come the new year.
Yeah, well, we've got 30 points from 20 games, which is 1.5 points a game. If you carry that forward through the whole season, that's 69 points. Which normally gets you in the playoffs. Yeah. So it is very tight at the moment, between us and the playoff places. Only a point, I think, in it. So yeah, we're in at this stage of the season. I don't think anybody anticipated we'd be in this position. So everything's a bonus, and if we can continue, certainly with our home form, improve our away form, and with the performances we've seen, games we've lost, we perhaps shouldn't have lost, and we've held our own against certainly good sides. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be there or thereabouts.
Let's have a look at today then, a look ahead to today. Mansfield Town, the opponents, 4th in the table, finished 8th last season in that agonising place, sort of just outside the playoffs. Last few seasons, always the bridesmaid, never quite the bride. This is going to be a real tough test, isn't it, this afternoon?
It is. They'll come, they won't want to go home with anything less than what they started with, so and looking at it, we might be happy with a point out of this game. Clearly we want to win, we'll play to win, we'll play the same style we've been playing all season, and who knows, we have done quite well against the top sides, as we have done in recent seasons, and let ourselves down against the poorer sides. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sure it'll be a good game.
When I spoke to Scott about it last week after the Colchester game, he obviously hadn't had a chance to watch Mansfield from their last game, but he said they are the best team in the division, Gary. He went, it will be our toughest test yet. If Crawley get 3 points this afternoon, how big a statement is that about the fact that teams really do need to start taking Crawley seriously?
Yeah, it's huge. We will be there or thereabouts. We'll be 8th or 9th. Probably too many teams between us to get in the playoff spot today. But you're close to halfway through the season. Where's your benchmark? What target did you set for that stage of the season? Being around the playoff spots, I'm sure was in Scott's mind, and like I said a few minutes ago, probably not in many other people's minds.
No, exactly.
So to be in this position at this stage of the season is been great.
Like you just said, we are approaching the halfway point of the season. I think anything that's happened so far has exceeded a lot of people's expectations. How would you sum up the first half of the season though? In what you've seen of the way the side have played, a huge transition of players over the summer, lost some big names, brought some players in where there were some raised eyebrows and things, but Orsi's now hit double figures for goals. How would you wrap up the first half of the season?
I think it's been brilliant. They've been brilliant. The style of football that we play. Yes, we do give silly goals away because of that style.
Yeah.
And our defensive capability needs to be better. Certainly, from an offensive perspective, it's been great. We're a joy to watch. It's nearly always entertaining games. Crowds, I'm sure, have got their money's worth so far this season, and long may it continue.
We don't know the team because it's too early to know the team just at the moment. I don't know whether I'm up in the lounge and just a little bit to sort of break the team news live. I did read somewhere this week that I think Lawrence Maguire may be suspended for today, and what they did last week is they played Will Wright in that holding role just in front of the back three, played him in a slightly different role, and it gave him a little bit more of the freedom to play. But we saw obviously Harry Ransom out here for the game against Bristol Rovers as well. If he's fit and available and Lawrence Maguire can't play, that's just an ideal switch in, isn't it?
It is. If you've played that shape and that formation with Will Wright in that defensive midfield, you've gone and got a result away from home. You either put him back where Maguire would be playing and then bring somebody else in to that defensive midfield role, or you just do a straight swap and put Ransom in. And we know Ransom can cope with this level of football. He was excellent last year until he got injured. So yeah, I wouldn't have any hesitation in playing him.
Just a little stat for you as well, Tony. Dion Conroy, Ben Gladwin, Liam Kelly have only started 4 times together so far this season, and Crawley have won all 4 games.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why they won't be out there, all 3 of them, this afternoon.
Yeah.
Conroy came back. We saw him come off the bench against Bristol. He played the whole game last week at Colchester. Gladwin obviously played, skipper the side. Kelly scored last week, got the opening goal.
Yeah. 3
huge key players. It's obviously not a coincidence, but it's a statistic that people can take into the game if they want to. Crawley just can't be reliant on those 3 players, because today I feel Crawley have got to be right on top of everything right from the word go.
Yeah. It's that experience, isn't it? The 3 of them, when they're all playing together in that spine. It's all central. That central spine that everybody treats as being really important. So, the fact that stat clearly doesn't lie. When the 3 of them play together, that experience is invaluable.
Yeah. Prediction for today then, Tony? Just before.
I think we'll win 2-1.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. And that, like we said a few minutes ago, that could be a real statement.
Yeah.
Couldn't it? Because we're coming in obviously to a busy period. Obviously, another game on Friday night, then Boxing Day, then the 29th, then New Year's Day, then got to go to Bradford for sort of the first away game of 2024. Busy period, but this could set them up nicely if you think Crawley can get 3 points this afternoon.
It'd be great, Gary. Like I say, it's really busy. There'll be certainly some rotation in the team. You're going to pick up a few knocks, with so many games in a short period of time. So it'll be interesting to see where we are that first week in January.
Come the first week of January, yeah.
And if we've gone that way rather than that way.
Fingers crossed.
We stay the same, that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. We just don't want to be going that way.
No.
Anything from where we are above, it is a bonus. So there you go. Make sure you join Tony and myself. We'll have full match commentary for you on iFollow from 10 to 3 this afternoon. There'll also be team news previews, updates throughout the course of the afternoon on BBC Radio Sussex and BBC Radio Surrey, and of course post-match reaction as well with the Crawley Town boss and also one of the players. Looking back on this one and looking ahead to the game here on Friday night against AFC at Wimbledon. Tony's off to enjoy the pleasures of the hospitality lounge.
I'm very hungry. I'm going to really enjoy it.
Thanks very much. I'll make do with the sausage roll up in the media room. We'll be absolutely fine. Hopefully I don't get called in there, because I know you're going to heckle me if I have to come in and break the team news live.
I wouldn't do that to you.
But thanks to Tony, and as I say, make sure you join the pair of us for full match commentary. If you want to get in touch once the team comes out or during the course of the afternoon, then feel free to do so in the normal ways at GTS Sport on the social media, or gts.sport@yahoo.co.uk. Sky Bet League 2 action here at the Broadfield this afternoon. Crawley Town versus Mansfield Town, 3 o'clock kickoff.